The first poem is titled Galilee. At the water's edge, something is being decided. I can tell by the way they're standing. Fishermen are not known to be so loose and unbothered. I know. I've always known when a choosing is coming. My father taught me this. Half chemical, half imbalance. He could smell selection from across a room, and he would move toward it. This is all I am, he said. This is what I gave you. A body that rushes, a heart that cannot wait to be needed. I would breach the borders of this country if you let me, because I hunger, because I watched a man learn to love from the wrong side of a door, and I took notes. At the water's edge, something is being decided, and I'm already moving through the crowd, through the noise, through the mathematics of who gets chosen and who watches, toward the voice that might finally say, beloved, you have arrived. I am still running. The second poem is titled Jerusalem. Look at his hands, the crowd's hands, reaching, waving, laying coats on the ground, a road built entirely from devotion. Now look at this man. I'm on the sidelines holding a Polaroid from 2013. We're inside the only nightclub in our city, south of Johannesburg. We are slashed, streaks of color and smoke where our faces used to be. I'm living a life full of desires, in case you were wondering. I've been living this life for so long that I'm winded by my affections. Winded the way a man gets winded who has been carrying something across too many cities, too many nightclubs, too many mornings. Look at these palms. Empty, capable, knowing the difference between a palm laid down in welcome and a fist that is simply not yet decided. He enters. The crowd surges toward him, an avalanche through a needle's eye. I will not be moved. I've truly loved a man across 3 years and 1,000 distances, and he knew. He always knew, and he let me follow anyway. That is the first betrayal, and this is the necessity. I am winded by my affections. I reach for my cane. I am living a life full of desires, and I am so tired. This next one, Context Time, it's after a poem by Armenian poet Armen Davodian. His poem is titled Coming Out of the Shower, and I think it's one of the best representation of tiny intimacies. And I figured I'd write a poem after it, a poem in conversation with Armen Davodian. So I'm gonna read the title and get into the poem. In the shower, after Armen Davodian. I might waste happily today. You hand me your shower gel, I watch your eyes trace my hand as I lather myself. What do you consider worship? Did you know I would smell like you today? That a hand shaking in the body, not from fear, but from the sudden and heavy wealth of being seen and needed by a God. In this small, damp room, I learned my place, to become the currency that buys your kingdom's ground, to become the shadow that makes your light look like a miracle. And in the ways only you know, I'm a vault flung wide, the musk and the citrus of it, the jazz slipping in from under the door. Next poem. This one is titled Softbox. Outside, a weaver bird is doing what he knows. That urgent yellow, that trembling at the threshold of being chosen. I understand him. Your hand finds the back of my neck, an animal scruffed by tenderness. Come inside, you say. So I may dip myself into your mikvah, come out smelling of jasmine, rose water. God is a space between two bodies. Sin is a space between two bodies. The kingdom is a space between two bodies. I'm keeping sky and earth apart with my hands and feet. Oh, your body. Oh, the sin. Speaking of sin, the one I'm housing is not wickedness, it's hunger, it's collapse. And somewhere between us, there is a God, a field of blood poppies, blood dandelions, growing soft and ordinary above the collapse. My limbs succumb to this weight, and I'm clumsy going in. We're getting there, we're getting there, we're getting there. Yeah, and I'm very mindful of time, but we're getting there. This is 30 pieces. 2 on the nose, maybe, but 30 pieces. Love is a logistical wonder. A man has been doing math all evening. A man sits alone at the bar, tracing the precise coordinates of your hand on someone else's back. The neon catching you both in its cheap stained glass. Eyes and eyes and eyes. Rings within rings within rings. A man orders another whiskey sour, something sharp, something sweet. Nobody looks at him at the bar. Across the room, you are a dove. Your lover is a dove, landing everywhere, unbothered by the gravity of what could be left behind. The disciple you love, a tiny bird, asleep on your chest. I know that chest, the exact weight of being held there and then not. I will begin the counting now, not from greed, but from the need to make feeling into something I could hold, something with edges, something that fit in the palm. 30 reasons, 30 distances, 30 times I watch you choose the shape of someone else's name in your mouth. Your body turns and finds the man. Your body turns and finds me before your eyes move through the neon and the smoke and the mathematics of bodies and arrive. No longer searching, not knowing that you're already inside the transaction, not knowing a man has already kissed the air between and called it silver. The vigil. This is Gethsemane, you guys. So vigil, watch and pray with me, yeah? Vigil. In the body, my love. Always in the body. The fan in your room is speeding up again, a small devotion to its own turning. Or maybe that's me, the pulse of a thing that cannot find its stillness. You are asleep, or something akin to sleep. I bury my face against your back. You do not stir. You say my name, heavy on its way out. Oh, Gethsemane, Gethsemane. I will watch and pray for you. All the bells in my body tolling as it clings, clings, clings onto every word that proceeds out of your mouth. Could you not watch with me 1 hour? If you are truly from God, then stay awake. A body parched for affection learns to drink from whenever is near. And this body is a church, in disrepair, needing worship. To think I was willing to spend a kingdom's worth of nights just to be held. The next one is, so according to the story, the legend, when Judas went back, when he got the 30 pieces of silver, he went back to the high priest to return it because of guilt, and they couldn't put it back in the treasury because it was blood money, and so they bought a field instead where they used to bury foreigners, and this field is called Akeldama. So this is Akeldama. On the internet, a dreadlock man stands over a dead boy's body, dangling the boy's entrails into the camera. Car keys, yo-yo, piece of meat. A chicken makes it to the road and is flattened. A chicken makes it to the other side of the road and is shot in the head. I'm mothed by every new thing I learn. They haunt me like a flame. My friend, the one I love, and I walked to the fig tree because we were hungry. My friend, the one I love, walks towards me now. I'm in full leaf, promising everything, producing nothing worth the journey. And so we press against the tree in the old way of man. Look at what we have done. Destroyed what we tried to save. Desecrated what we found bare. Blood poppies, blood dandelions. I said to my friend, now that I have you in my bed, bring down legions of angels. But the sky is a scream, flickering and cold. A boy is a boy, a field is a field, and blood is blood. And you are the final piece of meat I have to offer. I've peeled back your divinity to see if there was anything solid enough to stop the world from turning. I've handed you to the cameras, to the metal, to the flattened road. I have silvered my soul until it is a mirror that shows me nothing. There is nothing. The bag is light. The save is finished. I am finally empty. Last poem from this series. Gethsemane. This is the peak of the story. You guys know what happened in Gethsemane, right? Oh. So, context. For those who didn't go to Bible school. So, context. Gethsemane is a garden of olives, is where Jesus was praying with his disciples, before he got arrested. And Judas walked up to him and kissed him on the cheek to identify him to his arresters. So this is Gethsemane from Judas' point of view, or again, yours or mine. Gethsemane. When I come to you that night, escorted by metal and flame, when all your oil inside me is pressed, I beg you, show me your kingdom. Show me that I may save you. My final act will be one of love. At the leper's house, at the entryway of collapse, I saw that lips would find mercy in your eyes, how you return to pleasure. It was never me, silvered in my affection for you, but the softness of an honest hand on your skin, and I've been burning ever since. But if I do not keep you, this world will have you. Here you are, love, towered by this need to exit. I will be your rescue, save you from your body. Let me put my mouth on you, master. And when I do, your kingdom come. Oh, you guys like that, thanks. Thanks. So I have 3 more poems. And these poems are dedicated to someone in the audience. Chill, guys. This is what happens when you date a poet. You get poems written about you. I thought about you. Thanks. I'll give you context. And I think this is a bit of my origin story. When my mother found out that I was interested in literature, I grew up in Congo, and I learned to speak English when I was 16, 17 years old. But before then, I spoke French. And she got me a textbook from the French school in Kinshasa. She got it from a friend of hers. And in that book were all the classics, all the great poets, the Rambos and the Verlaine and all those guys. And I grew up reading those poems. I didn't understand half of them, but I really grew up. So that's my education in poetry. And Obads were some of the poems I found there. And an Obad is a poem that speaks about the morning after the night, if you know what I mean. And so the idea is that the speaker of the poem generally does not want the morning to come because he has to leave, or his lover has to leave, or go back to her husband. French people, man. And so in these poems, though, the speaker of the poem, which I suppose is me, stays So in a way, these are anti-obads. So these are 3 poems, a trilogy of obads. The first one has a very long title, so I'm going to read the title and just go straight into the poem. Obad, Sunday, or the many times Van Gogh painted sunflowers. At least 11 times. The first time I got to look at you, the freckles under your eyes, those wild horses running across the thin plane of your face. The alarm was already threatening the room, that small insistence of mourning, but you pressed it silent. I was grateful. The second time, I'm wrapped around you. I can tell by you kissing that you have loved and have been loved before. The way plants rely on the sun to make sugar, inevitable. The BAM is on the radio, and you carry the rhythm into my hands. In this moment with you, I thought, maybe my punishment for the things I've broken might never come. The third time, it was your mouth in the kitchen. You cannot stop my kissing. I cannot stop yours. Your hands, this time generous, perfect, and awake, search my chest for an entrance. Listen, honey. By the 11th time, Van Gogh was not painting flowers anymore, but persistence, return, the promise that light could be made to last. I understand him now. Each time I look at you, I'm reminded of all the shades of yellow I'm yet to find. Obad, mass hysteria. Last night, we convulsed within our Pentecostal love. The boy within the boy within the boy within me, climbing towards you. Everything returning to you. Lover, the morning will not shake the birds from the trees. Be still. Last night, you were half carbon, half crowd. I snaked my way through looking to find your center. In the middle of my chest where you placed a kiss, there was dancing, a thumping, a throbbing, and I folded into your mouth after you told me missionaries used fruit to explain the passion of the Christ. They did. Half liquid, half life. Sweat collapses between our bodies. The sun rises. Light within light, within light, within light. Well, this is my last poem, my last obad. Fun fact, I wrote it this morning. I needed to finish it, so I wrote it this morning. So I hope you guys like it. First of all, guys, thank you for coming. Thank you so much. I did all of this for you, man. I'll take my time with this last one. But yeah, truly, thank you for coming. This means a lot. Like Gloria said earlier, this is something, me reading poems with my friends is like a dream come true, and you guys coming. So it was a week when we sent out the invite for a few days, and you guys, look at you. Thank you so much. Obad 3. So before I go there, there was a poet from Australia called Kevin Hart, not the comedian. Yes, we needed to make sure. So Kevin Hart has a poem called Prayer, and there's a line that I love in that poem that says, because of love, the lightest love. So that's the epigraph for this poem. So Obad 3, because of love, the lightest love. No, not what I do not want, but what I want. You, a fruit in a bowl inside the pulp of my heart, tongue lathered with light and sky, stretching and looping. Your eyes, thunder-shaped palms. The breeze creeps through the balcony, swaying the lemongrass into a dance. I smell you, tonka bean and vanilla. The morning is a quiet animal resting its head against the foot of your couch. I've stopped trying to find a name for the grace of being here in the early hues of a Tuesday, maybe undeserving and yet entirely held. We're enveloped by light. The steam rises from the cups. You pass your nose over yours, cooing like a dove. This is our life now, you say. I'm finally still. Thank you.